I get it. Every quarterback, Jared Goff's situation, paid after a Super Bowl. Carson Wentz, paid after he had a great MVP season, was in that conversation. Dak Prescott just been sitting idle, just sitting in Dallas, doing his thing, numbers speaking for themselves, playing at the same high level that these other two guys was playing at, and he's sitting here in his third cycle. I'm with Dan. I know we have to report it, but the frustration level for me is beyond. And I get it that we got to figure out the salary cap, and I understand that there's numbers that need to come into play so you can build around and have the type of players you want to have. I understand all of that. But I was saying 2 years ago, this ain't normal. I screamed it. It ain't normal. We sitting here again about to have the same conversation about the offseason with new things. Yep. An ankle is a new thing. Yep. A roster is a new thing. A salary cap is a new thing. And if the negotiations were hard the previous 2 years, guess how hard they done got now? And Dak has had time to think, been away from the organization, seen the things that have transpired. And by no means am I saying he's not excited to potentially get back. But again, I will repeat this. Dak Prescott, I advise you, do not sign a tender. You have to play hardball with the Dallas Cowboys at this point. There is nothing left to do. Now, if it is something left to do, I'm going to let Jeff Saturday and Dan Graziano tell me what that is. But in my mind, there's nothing left for Dak to do. Everything on the Cowboys.
I think Jeff may have an idea, and I can preface it by saying that over the last 5 seasons, the player in the National Football League who has made the most money is Kirk Cousins. Jeff Saturday, pick it up from there.
Keep Kirk Cousins to death, baby. Just keep chopping that wood. 37 million, 42 million. I'm going to keep going up, man. I don't care what the cap is. I don't care what the rest of it is. You're going to give me exactly what I want, or I'm going to keep banging you over the head until I get my money and go to another team and make the money I wanted with the years I wanted with that. I have done everything I needed to do to show you what type of player I am, what type of leader I am, what type of leader I am in the community. Like, just keep rolling out all the what I've already shown you. There's nothing else to show me. What you need to show me, Jerry Jones, is the checkbook. That's what you need to show me. That's all that we need to talk about. I don't care how y'all get on the radio and tell me how much you love me, all those kind of things. You show me by paying me. And that's the conversation that should have been had years ago. And listen, the more he waits, the better the leverage is for him. I'm not in a hurry, right? I saw what your team looked like without me, right? I saw what everything's happened. I saw what the coaching staff, you already fired a DC you just hired. Like, I could have fixed that. You saw what I looked like in the first 4 games. I at least kept us in it. Everything he's done, Greeny, and to Swagu's point, he has put it, all the chips are in. They got to make a bet, man. That's the bottom line. He's got Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones needs to pay the man his money.
And Graziano, you always want to tell us how amicable the conversations are and how it's a two-way street and the Cowboys want to get it done. The only thing I can say is that in every other situation in the entire sport, when a team wants to get a deal done with the quarterback, they do. This is the only time it hasn't. Right. It didn't happen in Washington because they didn't want to get a deal done with Kirk Cousins, which suggests to me that despite what they say, the Cowboys still don't want to go all the way with Dak Prescott, because in every other case in the sport, it works out.
But what's all the way? I mean, this conversation started with a tweet about Goff and Wentz being traded or benched and Dak still being there. If Dak had wanted the Goff or Wentz deal last year, he could have taken it, but he wanted a shorter deal. This is a two-way street, right? It's not just because the Cowboys don't want to sign. He hasn't liked what they've put in front of him because he doesn't like the years. It's not the money. So there has been an effort from the Cowboys, and, you know, there has been resistance from Dak's side. It's not just on Dallas that this isn't done. I think people have to realize that this is a two-way street, and this player wants something different than what others in his situation have.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, in all those other places, was it a one-way street? I don't understand. Somehow it always seems to work out, except in this case. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.